So join us. See what shenanigans we get into next. Who knows, maybe somewhere along the way, you'll find your favorite winemaker. The city of Sonoma is the spot, especially when wine tasting is on the agenda. We're still hanging at Jolie-Laide Winery with the dynamic duo Jenny and Scott. It's time to pull some pre-harvest corks and break bread with a few of their friends. While that meal prep is underway, I have to make a confession. I have been saying the name of their winery wrong for years because I suck at French. I, for one, could use some insight on how and why they came up with the name.
Our application of this, you said Jolie-Laide, that's what we say, that's like kind of the anglicized version of it. If you were French, if you were speaking correctly, if you were like saying it in French correctly, is Jolie-Laide. Almost like you're saying Led Zeppelin or something. But Jolie is pretty, Laide is ugly. So idiomatically, it just kind of means unconventionally attractive, kind of like different but good. It's like a term of endearment for a woman who's different looking but prettier because of it, so unique. Our application of that is the fact that we make things like Aligoté and not Chardonnay, or Gamay, not Pinot. We don't think that they're less or inferior or anything like that. They're just different. We like Chard, we like Pinot, we like those other varieties too, but we just didn't really have much to offer to that story. So we make the varieties that we like to drink, and we've just brought many of them to California. It essentially means unconventionally attractive. It's beautiful, ugly.
This is Frederic Savart. This is partnership with Draymond. And this is Ephemere for Ephemeral Beauty. And this is a man who normally only makes Pinot Noir bubbles. But every once in a while you find Blanc de Blanc, 100% Chardonnay. We can't come to a party empty-handed, so we figured to bring something nice to share with the Jolie-Laide team. Thank you for having us. We can't come to a party without something that we bring ourselves, so I see you're a fan of Freddie up on the wall.
Indeed.
So figured we'd bring out his Blanc de Blanc for you to enjoy and say cheers.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Oh, you so nice.
100% Chardonnay, Grand Cru Vineyards. Oh, you're gonna give me a glass? You're such a nice brother.
We're brothers.
Thank you.
That is delicious.
That's my
so
favorite.
good.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
For someone who specializes in Pinot, not too bad at Chardonnay either.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we love bubbles, and as we said, we got our friend Dan here.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Who we're gonna try some of his Carboniste. We've got the sparkling Aligoté.
Nice.
So he's gonna disgorge some bottles for you.
I love it.
And some fresh grown Asian pears from the backyard, so you have some fresh fruit around the winery when things are about to get crazy.
Asian pears.
Asian pears.
Yeah, nice.
Tell us about this setting. It's this tradition that you all have in the winery.
But every Friday, as we're doing right now, we cook a big lunch as a team and all sit down together, and we can't do it every day, just harvest is hectic, so we just pick a day to kind of just all come together and share some food, share some wine, pull some corks.
Yeah. Sometimes our neighbors come over, like Dan's here from next door, and
What a great culture. Share
Yeah,
like a
that's really
family,
fun.
eat like a family, hang out like a family.
yeah.
I love it.
I love all of that.
And
The
so
food smells so good.
we all love to cook, so we tend to have some really great lunches.
Yeah.
And then Bobby, our assistant right here, he also has his own brand. So
nice.
we're gonna have him pull a cork as
Let's
well,
try
so you can
that.
try 2 of those.
Yes, it
Great.
does.
All right, let's eat, everyone.
Do you remember how Scott said he came to Wine World? Restaurants. And guess how Ricky came to Wine World? Yep, same way. There is a multi-directional and cross-pollinated highway between nice restaurants and nice wineries. Ex-restaurant folk most definitely bring that Epicurean food hustle directly to these winery lunch tables. And yeah, they are always legit. That dope lineup of dry and lonely corks at the end of the table? Yeah, that definitely didn't hurt the situation. So Bobby, I'm really curious. What are you pulling for us to play with?
I've got 2 wines. I've got 100% Valdegay coming from Green Valley Vineyard in Solano County. Old school Napa Gamay, still planted, still posted out there as such. Some Old Fuente Clone Chardonnay coming from Bizzano Vineyard in Russian River Valley.
Wow. It'll be blinded as Chablis. This is Bobby's, Joseph Jibril. It's both their middle names. So 2 of them, Bobby and Jama.
Try this.
Absolutely.
Bobby, that's a pretty wine.
So this is a bottle of Scott and Jenny's 2020 3 Aligoté, and it's been about a year in barrel, and then it's been in bottle for about a year. And so right now there's a big chunk of sediment down the bottom, the dead yeast, and there's a bubble up top, and I'm going to lift the bottle at just the right moment. I'm going to take off the crown cap and so shoot the yeast out and keep the wine in.
We love sparkling wine. We just don't have the acumen to do it. And so now that we're next door to Dan, we made the base wine, and Dan is turning into actual like Champenois sparkling.
This is this beautiful key that I got when I was in Epernay probably 10 years ago. And it's kind of beat the crap now because we've disgorged, whatever, a couple 100,000 bottles with it. So I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to pop it.
Yeah. Wow, well done, sir.
Nice.
That was very well done.
That was very well done.
Expert moves.
Yeah.
I was not that good the other day.
The label is very important for us because we do change them every year, which we've been told is like terrible marketing. But for us, it's really important because it's making people realize that this is a product of Mother Nature and we are at the whim of whatever she gives us for the year. So we're not batching beer, we're not making bread, we can't just do it whenever we want. We're making wine, we only get one chance a year, and it's based on the entire growing season. To change the labels every year is really unique because we're honoring the actual vintage, the vineyard, the varietal of what happened that year.
The wine is different every year, the weather's different every year, so we lean into that and we completely work with a different artist and change the packaging across the whole spectrum. This is not even all of them, this is whatever that is, 11 different vintages, all of the same wine. So this is all Trousseau Gris from Finucane Wood Road.
This might be Trousseau Gris from the same exact vineyard every single year, but it is very different. Just for example, 23 vintage was very, very cool. And like late, whereas 24 just crept up on us. It was much hotter growing season.
There's like a symbiosis between the wine and the labels, and it's usually like on a layout, palette, whatever, like the color scheme, because the variety is kind of pink, and we leave it on the skins for a couple days. And so it has like this kind of peachy, roseate color to it.
This is a great representation of Trousseau Gris, this as well, because it does have this nice like pininess to it, but also it's very fruit forward at the same time. We do really work hard to have the label represent what's inside the bottle. So you're looking at a Malone label and it's very yellow and green and fun and pretty, and Trousseau Gris is always a little bit more peachy. Pinot Gris is a little bit darker than that, so it really just translates to what is inside the bottle.
Really excited about the art and the partnership, and how does that work and how does it unfold?
You can't please everybody. Every year someone says last year was the best or this is the best, don't ever change it kind of a thing. There's no, as long as it shifts pretty dynamically, there's no real rhyme or reason. We've worked with artists from now kind of all over the world. Like, I think, I'm telling the story right, this is your favorite
Yeah, I love
current?
this one. Sarah Jarrett. Just like kind of creepy, but also really beautiful at the same time, which is very Jolie-Laide.
Very Jolie-Laide.
Right,
Yeah.
very Jolie-Laide.
This is one of my favorites. This is Sarah Jarrett. She's a really amazing artist out of Pesaro, Italy. Yeah, we just think her stuff's fantastic. It's really dynamic.
Can you talk a little bit about this label? The story is so dope.
This is a label series we did with an art center in Oakland. They're called Creative Growth. It's an art center for adults with disabilities. They can go and do any medium of type of artwork that they want, and they've been there for 50 years. So this was our 2018 bottling, and actually last year in 2024, we did a label series with them again in honor of their 50-year anniversary. So it's like a nonprofit that's just lasted through it all. It's really special place.
You get all of the set of the art. Do certain ones speak to you of saying, this is Malone, this is Trousseau, this is
Absolutely.
Gamay? How do you figure that process out?
Look at a lot of pieces of art.
There's always a general symbiosis. Like if you saw all the colors on the labels and they kind of match the wines, generally speaking.
Okay.
If you were to lay out even, there you go, like 10
All
vintages
the
of
Trousseau
Gamay
Gris.
or Trousseau Gris, it's like, they make sense.
You can see that they match up to the varietal or to
Yeah,
what
there's a
is.
symbiosis.
I love that.
Absolutely, that's so incredible. Thank you for sharing that story
Yes.
and inviting us here and having this
Thank
in your sanctuary to make wine.
Good luck with harvest.
Good luck with
Cheers.
harvest.
boys.
Cheers, everyone.
If it hasn't hit you yet, Jenny and Scott are all about the details. that is just as true about their wines as it is about their labels. Intelligence and thoughtfulness quietly dominate this place, man, and I am here for all of it. Tomorrow we have one more stop with the dynamic duo. They've invited us to Valley Bar and Bottle to taste through their current wines before they dive into harvest. But first, let's check in with the boys from Bedrock. We packed our boots because it's time to stomp around a few historic vineyards. Man, the history geek in me is already bouncing in my chair.
My Pinterest is fire, bro.